Alright guys, I think Adidas may have just saved performance basketball across the board, and they did it all with the AE1. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike from the Sneaker History Podcast, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for joining. If you hadn't done so, or if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, of course the little notification bell to know when new videos drop. All those little things, you already know what it does, guys. It helps the algorithm to make sure more and more people can see the video. But I really do appreciate everyone who's done so already, and everyone's going to do so in the future. I appreciate you guys as well. Now, I'm not going to hold you up any longer, guys. This shoe has been hot since it actually came out in December. And I know it came out last year, but this was after all the sneaker of the year lists have already come out. But this sneaker has to be considered for a sneaker of the year 2024. And if you didn't know already, or if you didn't see the intro, we're talking about the Adidas AE1. Now, reason I say that, guys, because this has been one of the hottest basketball shoes that has come out in such a long time. It actually gave that hope back to performance basketball. Now, I'm not going to be giving you a performance review today. There are people who have done some great reviews on that, from Nightwing to Soul Drop to Sneaker Talk. Go ahead and check out their performance reviews. I want to give you the other side of the coin because I think this not only brought back the hype from performance basketball on the performance side of things, but also I can see you wearing these on the street. Now, we're gonna get into the AE1, and guys, I've been super excited about this. If you guys have listened to the Sneaker History Podcast, we kind of joked and say this become the AE1 podcast because we have nothing but positive things to say about that shoe since the first look to people finally getting in the hand. And you guys know I had a hard time finally getting a pair, and I finally saw this pair sitting on Foot Locker right after the All-Star game, sitting in my size, so I had to pull the trigger. So happy to get it for retail. But if you all are looking for this sneaker, you already know it's been a bit of a task. They sell out pretty dang quickly, and that is probably it's not something we've seen with performance basketball in a while. Now, of course, that first color always sells out, so that was kind of, you eliminate that one. When the first color dropped, all right, sold out, everyone's hyped about the first color. But every color that has been coming out afterwards has been selling out. This was part of a restock on Foot Locker, if I'm not mistaken, and I was able to get a pair there. And even Adidas did a restock of the New Wave colorway and this All-Star colorway, or the Future colorway is what they call it, and it sold out. Like, there's a couple little sizes left, but anything bigger than, I think, a size, what, 8 or 9, good luck. So it's really cool to be able to see a performance basketball shoe get the love that it really deserves, and I really like the fact that it's Adidas doing it. Not because it's like having any stake in a company or anything like that, but it's nice to see that someone else is coming in and being able to be the big boy in the court, because not only is the AE1 just, I think, the best signature out right now, but you know what? I call it a hot take or whatever. You guys, if you listen to the podcast, you heard me say it. I think Adidas basketball is running laps around Nike right now because each of their signature shoes, I should say, has a distinct personality to it, a distinct flavor to it. They don't all look like the same shoe, that just have little tweaks. So I am really excited to see what Adidas is doing, and between this and the Harden Volume 8 that just dropped, they have the best two sneakers on the basketball court right now. And that's just my personal opinion. You guys drop your opinions down below, but that's just what I'm seeing right now because they're so different, so out there. You can look at TV and actually see the shoe and notice what it is on court, as opposed to having to look at, hey, what shoe is this? Let me go dig into, you know, whatever Getty Images, what this Sneaker News post, what this Nice Kicks posted. Let's see a close up. I can see this from the TV. I can see the Harden Volume 8 from the TV, and that's what you're looking for that kid looking at TV playing basketball, who's looking for a new shoe, or just someone who's interested in sneakers. That's something you want, to be able to see it in live action and be able to like pick it out from a crowd. And that's what this shoe is doing. So again, this is not more of not a performance review, but just a review on what this sneaker, you know, is casually, what it can be culturally, because Anthony Edwards has been a I'm not polarizing, because I think a lot of people like him, so polarizing is not the right word, but he's been very, the spotlight's been put on him a lot because of his skill, his personality. He has the charisma to sell a shoe. He backs it up on the court by putting up just very great and consistent numbers, so he's not a splotchy player. So it all just really just works together to give you this perfect product, from the marketing ads, if you had seen those, which I think probably some of the best sneaker commercials you've seen in a while, that are actually poking fun at some other shoes, like taking that, you know, kind of brashness, that cockiness, and putting it into the commercials. That's what you're looking for. That's what the old commercials were, and the fact that Adidas was able to bring that back, fantastic. You can't beat it. Now, we'll get into the shoe, of course, to show what it's made of, talk about just ways to wear it, because again, I think this is a shoe that can work well off court just as well as it does on court. Because if you look at old basketball shoes, things like the Crazy 8 line with Adidas, you look at the Question with Reebok, you look at the Foamposite with Nike, all very just these technical shoes, but it all seemed to work off court because of just kind of that weirdness to them almost. And maybe weirdness is not the word, but they were really, they're timeless. Those designs, I think, are timeless, and not only on the court, again, they can be thrown on with a pair of sweats, thrown on with a pair of jeans, and still look good anywhere you bring them. And I really firmly believe that this shoe has that DNA in it to be able to bring it anywhere you want it. And not gonna lie, I've done it already. So this is not me just assuming. I've actually worn this a couple times before I did the review for you guys, so I can really find out if it's worth, is it worth it? Now, first things first, the most noticeable part about this shoe is going to be this kind of rubberized TPU cage, and I think this is different. I mean, I have the right name for the material, but I want to say it is a TPU, but it's this really soft, almost kind of like honeycomb design that's going to provide you with, lateral stability, also protection on the outside. If you're playing, of course, if someone like whacks you on the side of the foot, you do get that protection on the outside, and I love that look, especially with this All-Star, or again, the Future colorway. This kind of, bronze, this purplish, this pearlescent finish on it with this kind of color change feature is amazing. And by the way, if you guys did watch the All-Star game, this was by far, I would say the best shoe on court. There were some other ones I'm thinking of, and still, even with some of the other ones on my mind, this was the best shoe on court. This was the only All-Star sneaker that was available to the public. I was actually hyped about trying it. Now, along with that, you're gonna get a change on the toe than the typical models. I know the New Wave, and then was a New Love color. They had kind of this, I think, a suede-ish type feltish patch here, but this is gonna be a 3M toe cap here, which is, again, really cool, going with that extra piece, change it up for the All-Star game. But I love that you get that pop of brightness when you put a shine of light on it. Now, we're gonna go up to the top of the sneaker, and what's really nice about this shoe, although it's just really just kind of alien looking, it is very simple. Again, we got the TPU cage, we got the 3M toe cap. The rest is gonna be a textile upper that's almost done up in a booty type style, but not quite. We'll talk about that more. But it's going to have this really kind of thick textile upper that looks pretty resistant against tears, I should say. Sorry, I can't get my words right. And it's gonna sit with some round laces here. And I saw that Anthony Edwards actually changed his out for these green laces. I thought that was awesome, but I also thought they came with the shoe. I was kind of sad to see that they did not come with those lime green laces. So if they do, maybe I'm just missing it. I searched the box. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss it. But let me know where you guys, if you have those lime green laces, where did you get them from? Because I would love to change them out, because I think that pop of color, that look great. Now, with the tongue, the reason I say it was kind of a booty type build, because the tongue is still kind of detached, if that makes sense. So as we go up, you're gonna see it's almost like a shroud feel where the tongue is attached here by stitching. But you're gonna have a neoprene tongue that will have the Anthony Edwards branding right up top, and that lime green with the pull tab here. But like I said, it's gonna be a detached tongue, but it still has that, most basketball sneakers, you have that elastic strap that puts the tongue into it, sews it down into the shoe so it doesn't move. Well, it has it, but instead of being sewn like really deep into the shoe, it's actually sewn pretty far back, more or less toward the heel. So it almost gives you that booty type feel, like you're putting a sock on, but it's made easier because the tongue is actually detached, so it's not the struggle you typically have with that sock, like our booty type construction. Now, you are going to have another pull tab on the heel that's going to be done up in that same textile materials you're going to get on the tongue. And also, you're going to have your Adidas branding done up here in that lime green, or lucid green is what they call it, I think. And it's going to be done up on a TPU heel cup here that's going to have a carbon fiber style finish to it, which I like how they gave it that finish, gives it a little something different, little texture, little depth to it, which I really do like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and start getting that raised rubber from our outsole that's going to make its way towards the heel here and wrap all the way down. And it'll give you this really kind of exaggerated herringbone pattern, which is really, aggressive looking to me, because it's no frills, straight to the point. But that's what I like about basketball shoes. It didn't have to give me this weird design based on anything crazy. Just make it look good, make it work, and I'm happy with it. Now, inside of here, you're gonna see these windows that's gonna bring you to your cushioning, which is gonna be a mixture of Jet Boost and Light Strike. Now, I haven't hooped in them. I have no idea if this is gonna be super comfortable on court, but I tell you, I was very surprised that for a basketball shoe, this had immediate step in comfort. I put it on expecting to have just have to break it in, just as most basketball shoes are, but I put it on immediately, felt nice on foot, it walked around, ran some errands in it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Now, I've heard through Sneaker Talk, if you check him out on Instagram if you hadn't seen him, but he was saying that the Jet Boost is going to be in the heel, which the Jet Boost is going to be a more responsive boost. I think they take more of the pellets and put them together to give you a more responsive boost, as opposed to the lesser amount of pellets you get in things like these Ultra Boosts, and where they're less responsive, more spongy, while this one's going to be a little less spongy but still super comfortable. Now, also he mentioned in the front was the light strike to give you a little bit more court feel, but I can't see it. Only thing I can see again through these windows where it looks like a full slab of boost. But again, someone who's cut the shoe open, because I'm not cutting these open, if someone has broken the shoe down or has like kind of one of those exploding pictures to show each and every piece of the tech, I would love to see it just to kind of get confirmation there where the cushioning is actually located, because I know it is going to have both of those foams or both of those cushioning setups in the shoe. And it will have your torsion plate here. You're going to see that is going to be done up in that lime green that is going to be peeking out through those windows as well to provide that torsion stability, give you that lateral stability, so that way you're going to have easy moving in the shoe, not falling all over the place. But guys, I will tell you, this shoe just looks good on foot. Now we're going to get into those on foot looks. I know that's what you're looking for. It can be worn again with a little bit of everything from sweatpants to shorts, even jeans, cargos, whatever you're wearing. I feel like it fits with anything. Now, when you do buy this shoe, I would suggest trying it on, because Adidas is weird with sizing. You just never know what you're going to get. This is a very slender shoe, but I didn't feel uncomfortable. It's very secure because, again, it is a performance-based model. But if you're a wide footer, I would say go to your local. I think Foot Locker and Champ sells them. If you don't get if you don't have an Adidas store nearby, try them on, because if you do have a wider foot, I would suggest going up half a size. But at the same time, I feel like the length might get out of hand pretty quickly. So definitely try them on if you can before you make that purchase. Because I'm trying to think of a shoe where it's familiar fit, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head, because it's just, again, just a different fit than I've put on. I can't associate with anything else. So try it on beforehand. But I say for 120 bucks, by the way, I didn't mention that, probably one of the cheaper signature shoe lines out there, and it's the best right now. Check it out. Again, don't take my word for it, or do take my word for it, whatever works for you. Let me know down below, guys. Again, they are scattered right now in smaller sizes. There is I think the Future of Adidas Basketball, aka the Stormtrooper colorway, dropping this Friday on March 1st. So check the Adidas website for that. Check the Foot Locker website for that as well. 120 bucks, guys. You can't beat that for something that's just, I feel like it's going to be a timeless model. This may be one of the top 2, top 3 introductions to a new signature sneaker model, and they killed it. Adidas, you did it. You know I'm gonna criticize you if you did it wrong, but I'm also gonna praise you that you did it right. So you guys did fantastic here. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What's your favorite sneaker model right now when it comes to basketball? And let me know down in the comments. And until next time, guys, see ya.